Good morning, geeks and geekettes. Welcome to the Graveyard Geek. I'm your host, Kyle Don't Judge. I was going to post my first video on September 15th for the release of Metroid Samus Returns, but I just could not wait to review this. And just a disclaimer, this is not a Batman movie. This is a Harley Quinn movie. I was fortunate enough to pre-order the special edition, which came with this little bad boy right here. Not much to look at, but a figurine nonetheless. Oh, and before we get into this, are you ready? Alright, spoiler warnings out of the way. Now for a brief synopsis. Blah 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 blah. Green light for crime and mayhem. Recently released from Arkham Asylum and trying to acclimate to life out of the supervillain spotlight, Kevin Conroy, Melissa Rauch, and Lauren Lester highlight a stellar cast in this blah 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 blah. First of all, in case you didn't catch that name there, the actress who plays Bernadette is Harley. Now, for those of you who have seen the clips, I get it. Not the original actress, but give it a chance. I guarantee after hearing this girl talk like Harley twice, you'll forget that it's not. Now on to the basic point of this story. What's basically going on here is Ivy and Mr. Woodrue, Floronic Man, have decided they're going to turn everybody into plant people. I'm sure the vegans out there are praising the Lord for that one. Me, I'd like to keep my steak. Thank you very much. So what does Batman and Nightwing decide to do? Well, they go get her good buddy Harley and see if she can help them find him. Hilarity ensues. And boy, is it a side splitter. I laughed my ass off throughout most of this movie. There's a few misses. I'll admit a few misses. And definitely some shocking choices in storyline progression, including the sex scene and the dancing. I'm going to need a smoke break for this one. Harley Quinn and Nightwing have sex. There's no way to beat around the bush there. Harley Quinn and Nightwing have sex. And of course, this is Harley Quinn we're talking about, so this isn't soft, romantic, sweet under the sheets kind of sex. Nightwing is tied to the bedposts with duct tape. Frickin' duct tape. And let's not forget that just before this, Harley lists off every single variation of her costume that you could ever possibly see in the shows, the comic books, and fan-made cosplay. That's right. I don't even know where to begin with this. And I don't even know what's worse, the fact that they have sex, or the fact that Batman walks in on them having a tickle fight. Nightwing and Harley Quinn have a tickle fight after having sex. And then for the rest of the movie, they just play it off like nothing happened. You wouldn't even think twice about it. You'd forget about it if it wasn't so damn shocking. And what's even more shocking? The dance scene. Now we know why the theme at the beginning of the movie sounds so much like an Adam West film. I haven't seen dance moves that bad since the Beastie Boys came to town. But anyway, that's enough of that. Back to work. Oh, I'm glad I got that rant out of the way. Now back to the plot. So, after a few dust-ups and the gang pretty much getting their asses handed to them, they finally figure out that in order to use the virus effectively, Ivy and Floronic Man make their way to Louisiana. Following along, Harley and the gang get there, only for Harley to deliberately tie up Batman and Nightwing with Ivy's plant monster to try to reason with her. Of course, they're friends. She's got to try. After some fighting and some outright refusals, Harley goes nuclear. Anyone who's read the comic books know what Harley means when she goes nuclear. The saddest, most smack-bottomed face you'll ever see. Blubbery tears, big doe eyes. Nobody can say no to that. Apparently, Ivy included, who instantly takes a 180 and decides, I'm done. I don't want to make people into plant monsters. We have to stop. But Woodrue will not listen to reason. The Floronic Man does not care. The fact that this could potentially kill everybody instead of turning them into plant monsters doesn't faze him one bit. So he's getting ready to go. He's about to pour the shit into the swamp, and Swamp Thing shows up. He gets one appearance. One appearance. He doesn't stop Woodrue. He doesn't do anything. He just shows up in all of his giant, majestic, swampy glory. Says, hey, you're doing wrong. You're upsetting the balance. But I'm late for my tree meeting for enlightenment and shit. So do what you want. I don't care. Boom. Gone. It's at this point that Ivy, Harley, Batman, and Nightwing are all laying defeated by Floronic Man when they come up with a clever solution. Harley, after getting Batman and Nightwing to stop arguing with each other, points out, he's made of leaves. Why not just set him on fire? And that's it. That's the end of the movie. That's it. You don't see them catch him on fire. You don't see them come up with some elaborate plot to do so. It just ends. Well, unless you count that little segment at the end of the main credits where you just see a background of the swamp and Floronic Man run by screaming, engulfed in flames. This is a Harley Quinn movie. This is a pretty good Harley Quinn movie. But do not mistake it as anything else. Is it flawed? Yeah. Is it awesome to see them go back to the animated series style of Batman? Oh, you fucking damn right it is. Is this the holy grail of Batman movies? The humor's pretty on point, but there's an actual plot to it. No offense, Holy Grail was fucking hilarious. This is more of the Army of Darkness of Batman movies. It's flawed, but it's meant to be flawed. There's humor in the flaw. Oh, and I'd heard some people thinking it was overplayed, but I could not stop laughing at the fart scene. Watch the movie, you'll understand what I mean. Anyway, since this is my first video, I guess I'm going to cut it here. Is this a movie you're going to like? I don't know. I don't know who you are. I hope you do. I did. Besides, my middle name's Don't, so I ain't gonna judge what you should or shouldn't watch. This is Kyle Don't Judge. See you next time.